That Kanki. What's going on, guys? Happy to come at you guys in 2 weeks in a row. The consistency is here. For those that are gonna watch the replay, we're just gonna finish touching on this topic that we were touching on last week. Just gonna continue to read, and if you have some time at the end, we'll just chill, Probably see if I could chill at the park whenever I get to it. Wait for you guys to come in. A beautiful summer day at the end of summer. I mean, I kind of consider this early fall already. Leaves have been dropping for the last 2-3 weeks already. Yeah, I'll start in a bit, even if no one's here. People could just catch this on the replay. Wish I could play music again, but I have to figure it out again. But I will eventually. So we'll start in a minute or so. Shabbat Shalom, King and Fam Nation. What's going on, sister? Thank you for stopping by, as always. Just enjoying this beautiful end of summer day. Gonna finish talking about what we were talking about last week. So let's start. So last week, guys, we were in Jeshua Channelings, and we were in this chapter, Pitfalls on the Way to Become a Healer, or Becoming a Healer, however the chapter is called. We're on page 133, and we're gonna start. So the second pitfall of the heart you come across when you endeavor to be a teacher and healer is in the area of the heart. The heart is a meeting point of many energies. The heart center, or chakra, forms the bridge between heaven and earth, and between the higher and the lower energy centers, or chakras. The heart collects energies of a different origin and is able to recognize the underlying unity. The heart enables you to transcend duality and reach out to someone else with love and compassion. The heart is the seat of your ability to tune into someone else's energy and to feel what it is like to be that person. It is the center of empathy. Clearly then, the heart plays an important part in any form of spiritual teaching or healing. Many of you are natural empaths. You have a natural inclination to sense, and I'm going to turn the page. You guys can stop me anytime. To sense moods and energy from other people. This ability serves you greatly when you work with people. And we've been touching on the heart chakra, being able to use that truly as your base, right? And how beneficial it is to do so. Because the heart is where Wakan rests, as it says in the books of remembrance and many other texts as well. The laws are written on our hearts, right? They're not really in the book. What's in the book is just an expression or an attempt at expressing what is in our hearts. The books are almost like a pathway back to knowing ourselves. They're the ability to, maybe not ability, but it is a way for a person to understand or articulate what they're feeling in their own heart. So that's the use of many of these different texts. They're here to remind us of ourselves and our personal connection with the Heavenly Father. However, there is an important pitfall connected to this ability as well. Your sensitivity towards other people's energy may be so strong that you find it hard to distinguish what is all these flies doing around me. Ugh. Ooh. May be so strong that you find it hard to distinguish between your own emotions and the emotions of someone else. Sometimes you absorb the other person's energy so strongly that you lose your sense of self. You may want to help someone else so much, especially since you know how they are feeling, that your energies get mixed up and you start to carry burdens that are not your own. Is that a deer? We lit. We're gonna see a deer today. When this happens, an imbalance occurs. You are giving too much. You overstep your boundaries when you let yourself be carried away by the suffering of someone else and go out of your way to help them. The energy you give too much of will turn against you. So you guys hear that? You can't, I guess they're gonna explain what's the balance. Or now mosquitoes are coming. Wow, this is crazy. And this was not happening before, but I guess they're gonna explain what the balance is soon. The energy you give too much of will turn against you. This extra energy goes out to the other person, but does not contribute to the solution of their problem. It does not contribute to the solution of their problem. The client may be unable to integrate or receive this energy, or they may be frightened by it, or it may simply go unnoticed by them. You will end up feeling tired, annoyed, and frustrated. You can tell when you're giving too much by the signals your body and emotions are sending out to you. Whenever you feel empty, frustrated, or heavy after you have seen a client or tried to help someone generally, this indicates that you have been trying too hard. When you offer teaching and healing from a balanced, centered standpoint, you feel free, alive, and inspired. After the meeting with someone else has ended, you easily draw back your energy and touch base with yourself. You let go of the other person and no cords or strings. Why is this happening to me? What in the world? Bees are just flying in my ears and all right. Let me start over. You let go of the other person and no cords or strings can keep lingering between your energy fields. Guys, when I tell you that things literally are buzzing all in my ears and in my eyes, I'm not even joking. Give me 1 second. This is crazy. All right, let's keep focused. So pretty much what this is saying is that whenever you help someone, you have to pretty much separate yourself from their energy. Like if you choose to decide to listen to them, because that's what we went over last week, right? In order for you to heal someone, you have to connect to their same heart vibration. But at the same time, when you connect and you keep their energy and do not give back their energy to them and not try to solve their problems for them, that's when it becomes a burden to you. And also, it can turn into people pleasing. People can feel like it's selfish to give back someone's energy back to them. That's another thing, but it's not, right? You don't really need to take on and keep someone's energy for them to be able to deal with it. You just need to kind of heal. You need to just hear it, but you don't need to keep it as a part of yourself. Hey, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. Okay. If an energy link remains with the other person because you so dearly want him or her to get well or be happy, that link has a destructive effect on your energy. By staying preoccupied with the client, you will absorb their emotional energies too strongly. You will give yourself to alleviate their emotional energies too strongly. You will give yourself to alleviate their burden, and this is where an emotional dependence, which goes both ways, comes into being between the two of you. The client starts to lean upon you, and your well-being will become dependent on their well-being. This entanglement of energies is not helpful to the client, and it is depleting to you. This goes into codependency and stuff like that, right? So pretty much, again, this is why, like, when you help people, you kind of have to let them, like, heal themselves. Like, you can't do things for people, right? You have to kind of trust in everyone else's heart that they can take whatever comes to them. They might be so-called, weak, and I mean that in the way of just being inexperienced or not strong, but you have to trust that they can strengthen themselves the same way you did. The only reason why you are emotionally strong is because you did it for yourself. And now you have to allow everyone else to do it for themselves. It's powerful stuff. Why does this happen so easily when you start to help people? Why is this pitfall so difficult to avoid, especially for light workers? Where does this painfully strong need come from to heal whole and to make the world a better place? In part, this natural desire in you is explained by your soul history as related in the Lightworker series, part 1 of this book. You have an inner mission to bring teaching and healing to this world, but the tendency to give too much stems from a pain in yourself that you are not totally aware of. This pain makes you overeager in giving. And what this is pretty much saying is that, let's say that you were neglected as a child, right? You were neglected as a child and you came up out of that strong. But when you see other people are getting neglected, you now want to take on that caretaker role and you want to save them, quote unquote, right? Instead of allowing them to save themselves the same way you saved yourself, because that's actually truly helping them by letting them help themselves. And the only thing that you're going to do is make that person dependent on you, and it's going to deplete you. So it doesn't really even help either party. It might hurt for that person to want to stand on their own too, to fly out of the nest, if you will. But it's going to be better for them in the long run, right? They might think that, oh, like that person didn't really help me, they're insensitive, right? And you can do it in a sensitive way. Some people do this in insensitive ways, but there's just a balance to all things, right? So the point being is that you have to give people what they need rather than what they always want, right? Sometimes you have to let the birds come out the nest on their own and fly. Otherwise, it's not going to end well. And it results in a lot of toxic relationships. And it results in, people who are simply just going to keep being codependent. They're just going to keep going from one person to the other. So it's a dangerous slope, right? There is a pain and sadness in your heart that makes you want to reach out for a new way of being, a level of consciousness more attuned to the natural divinity of all that lives. You are homesick for a more loving and peaceful reality on earth. In your present incarnation, you have not come to explore the ways of the ego. You are tired and weary of that. You have come to answer to an ancient song of your soul. Are we back? Let me wait a few seconds. Yeah, what it's about is understanding the full reach of what you can do as a person, the potential that resides in you. Knowing that you just saying one line to somebody can change their entire life, right? It really can. It can change their entire life, and you just have to trust in that. You don't have to see everything through. I'm talking like I don't do this. I do this all the time. And this is something I have to work on. This is edifying for me, So I'm also speaking from a standpoint of experience. We're not doing them, you're doing them a disservice when you hold their hand throughout the whole way. Sometimes you just got to trust them. But, you put, you just, you point the right direction, but you don't take their hand and lead them down the path. Does that make sense? Within, because you need a strong sense of being grounded to the earth and yourself. By being grounded, I mean that you need to have roots in to know what the elements are that you have to deal with while living in a physical body. Sometimes you are so enamored with the spiritual that you forget to take good care of yourself and your body. You get quote unquote spaced out or too idealistic and unreal. You would often like to transcend earth reality, but it is only through the earth, by feeling at home and at ease with the element of the earth, that your soul energy can bloom here. So it's almost counterintuitive. Hold up, is this zoomed in? Why is it so like, I don't know. But it's almost counterintuitive because your soul wants to leave, but the only way how your soul is gonna feel comfort is by making a home here. So it's really interesting how this dynamic is. So this is why I always say, guys, you can't be overly spiritual, quote unquote. We are made out of flesh and spirit. It's okay to desire physical things. It's okay as long as it's in tandem with the spirit, right? Your body, mind, and spirit. We're not only spirit. Like, I understand what the New Testament teaches and stuff like that. When I'm talking about the New Testament, I'm talking about the disciples and Paul and all of them. I mean, some of the stuff I agree with, not all the stuff I agree with, though. I don't agree with everything that Paul said. You know, Paul's just a man just like I am. You know. And one of the things I don't necessarily agree with is how he thinks about the body. Like, the body, everything physical is not necessarily, quote unquote, carnal. That's not necessarily true. The earth is a beautiful place. It's here to be beautiful. It's here to supply us and to make our lives happy. It's just when things are done in an evil way, that's when maybe you can say that's carnal. So there's not that differentiation made with some of these quote unquote spiritual teachers, these new age people. No, we're both the physical and the spiritual. And it's about finding the right balance while still maintaining your righteousness that you were sent here with. It's about balance, finding a home here and being comfortable in your own skin. If everyone was comfortable in their own skin, this world would be a much better place. But let's continue. By centeredness, I mean that you need to be true to your own feelings. Let me read that again. By centeredness, I mean that you need to be true to your own feelings, to your own sense of what is right for you. As a human being, you have an ego or individual personality that separates you from others. Bro, these mosquitoes are biting my arm up. Why are they messing with me? This is crazy. As a human being, you have an ego or individual personality that separates you from others. The ego serves as a valuable function. It enables you to focus your specific soul energy into material reality. You do not want to give up your individuality to any kind of greater good. You see that? You do not want to give up your own individuality to any kind of greater good. You don't need to conform. As I've said on my channel for a very long time, a true community are a bunch of strong individuals who know themselves and love the Most High coming together. It is not a bunch of conformists who are all trying to do the same thing, and they can't function unless everyone is doing the same thing. I call the Most High Wakantanka, Yohewa, and you can't function if I'm not calling him Yahweh. Like, that's ridiculous, right? That's not what this should be. That's not what this should be. That's my own individuality. And that's what the Most High wants for all of us. He made you as an individual. No one on earth is like you. No one on earth is like me. And you want to be beautiful in your own right. I just noticed that we didn't see that deer. Damn. Must have ran away. So just keep that in mind, guys. Because of the pain you carry in your souls, because of your weariness of the old, because you want to reach out to the promised land of the new earth, you can become ungrounded and lose your centeredness. You tend to push change where the situation is not ready yet, or you try to awaken people at a pace that is faster than they can handle. You become over eager in giving. This eagerness may take the form of great involvement with a good cause, or of caring intensely for the well-being of others. But there is an impatience and restlessness at the heart of it. You may feel inspired for a time, passionate and involved, but you'll be disappointed at some point, and then you will feel exhausted and angry because you have depleted your energy resources. The pitfall of the heart, the pitfall of giving too much, stems from not accepting reality as it is. There is an impatience and a restlessness in you which makes it difficult for you to let go. It makes it difficult for you to keep the right emotional distance from people you are trying to help or the causes you are involved in. You are teachers and healers. You do have a mission on earth, but to truly fulfill it, you paradoxically need to let go of that dire need to change things because your eagerness to do so has an edge of pain to it, the pain of not feeling at home on earth as it is now. True spiritual change always starts from a foundation of acceptance or surrender. To truly become the teacher and healer you want to be, you need to embrace your own pain and heal it. You need to find peace with your own deepest emotions of fear and anger. If you do, you will find out that the urgent need to give to others or be involved in a good cause, quote unquote, makes for a very quiet feeling of peace and acceptance. This is when your radiance truly gets a healing quality to it. Letting go of other people's pains and trials and completely allowing them the time and space to go through their own process may give you inner pain. This is because it brings you right back to your own loneliness and the sense of being lost in this earthly reality. The difference between this harsh and imperfect world and the reality you dream of, so much more pure and beautiful than this one, hurt you deep inside. It is your challenge not to run away from this hurt and to let it enter your awareness fully and to spread your angel wings around it. You know, and I guess this is kind of where people get tripped up, is where I've gotten tripped up, is when I feel that someone's gonna have to go through something alone. And I feel, well, damn, when I had to do that, it was real hard. And I wanted help during that time. So maybe I should help that person. That's the wrong thing to do. That's the wrong thing to do. Unless, I mean, you can nudge them in the right direction, but you can't hold their hand through it. And when you do help them, if you do decide to help them, you have to pretty much not answer or fall back, right? You cannot enable them. You could push them in the right direction. You can give them a message that the Father has pushed you to do it. But there's just a balance. And once you heal your own pain, once you heal your own traumas, and you're doing it from a place of love, then you won't overdo things, right? You won't overcompensate. Because sometimes people overhelp people, not because their situation is so dire, it's really because their own situation, still has them hurt. And they're compensating for the lack of help that they got in that situation. I hope I'm explaining this right. But, I guess people get it, they get it. Or you can ask questions. But let's continue. Once you recognize your eagerness to help or fight for a good cause and become aware of the hidden pain in there, the part of not accepting reality as it is, you can start to let go of it. As soon as you realize that your eagerness and impatience comes from an inner pain and sadness, you can stop giving too much. You can focus on yourself and find ways to really be at peace with who you are. You can truly start to give to yourself. This is when you become a fully grounded and centered light worker, accepting of yourself and others. The only proper thing to do as a light worker is to make your energy available to others. You teach and heal by radiating the energy of the solution that is present in your own energy field. Often you draw people to you with exactly the type of problems that you have gone through yourself. You have gone through the bottom of these issues yourself, and therefore in these areas you have reached a knowingness and purity that have become part of your being. These are the enlightened parts of you. They are sacred and inviolable and cannot be lost. They are not built from learned knowledge that you can forget about. What you have to offer to others is not some tool or theory. It is you transformed by life, experience, and the courage to face your own inner wounds. And this is why I said last week about, parenting and not being a helicopter parent, because when you do that, you're kind of taking away the valuable lessons that the child can learn on their own. Like the only lesson that anyone could really learn comes from within. And that includes children. They must learn their own lessons. Well, hello, friends. I don't mean to bother you, just passing by. I'm surprised they didn't even move. Wow. Usually those deer start to run away. Peace and light, beloved family. All praise to the Creator. Hey, bro, thank you for stopping by, as always. So interesting that the deer didn't move. They usually always run away. So interesting. This air smells great. I don't know if there's gonna be even a long live stream, guys, but I just want to finish the chapter. Oh yeah, so pretty much like you want everybody, like that's how you really teach people, is by helping them do it themselves, helping them discover their own light so that they can dig out their own pains and darkness, and they can fill it with light. Only a person can do that for themselves. And no one can do that for anyone else. You must know this. You must know this. The light worker that you have to do in this regard will come to you without effort. Stop. I'm getting bit up, bro. This is crazy. It will be something that feels very natural to you. To find your mission, the thing you are meant to do in life, you only need to be aware of what you truly long for and do things you feel inspired to do. When you do so, you will put your energy out into the world and others will be touched and inspired by it. Sometimes in ways you may not even be aware of. There's no more to be done, really. This is the light work you came to do. Light workers who know the balance between giving and receiving will have more peace and enjoyment in their lives, and therefore will radiate the frequency of the solution even more fluently from their energy fields. They are sensitive and empathetic, but they have a clear sense of their personal boundaries as well. I think it bit me on my nose, bro. This is so sad, so tragic. They allow themselves to just as easily receive as to give, and in that way, both the flow and giving and the flow of receiving will become stronger in their lives. This is important stuff, man. This is important stuff. Remember, guys, you don't help people by holding their hands. You never help them by holding their hands. You're only stifling them. You're only prolonging their healing. You might be getting to the surface maybe faster than they could, but if they can't get to the root, it really doesn't matter because it's just going to grow back. Now, I would like to discuss one more pitfall on the way of becoming a healer/teacher. I have mentioned one pitfall in the area of the head and one in the area of the heart, And I would like to finish with the pitfall of the will. The will can be localized in the solar plexus, the center of energy near the stomach. Bro, they are biting me up, bro. It's not even funny. I don't even know what to do. One second, guys. I don't know what to do, man. And these are GMO mosquitoes or whatever the hell they are. These are not even actual mosquitoes. They're the ones that look like zebras and they leave marks on your skin. Like, it's crazy. Bill, you guys know that Bill Gates like literally sent out like billions, damn near, of mosquitoes in New York. Yeah, I'm feeling the effect of these, bro. Anyway, I don't even like complaining, but I'm just letting you guys know why, like I can't even focus right now. All right, whatever. The will can be localized in the solar plexus, an energy of the center of energy near the stomach. This center or chakra steers the ability to act, to manifest your energy outward on the physical, earthly plane. When the will is connected to your intuition, the quiet part of you that transcends duality, things will flow easily and effortlessly in your life. You will act from an inner sense of trust and knowing. When your solar plexus, which is also the center of the ego, is guided by the heart, you generally do things you love to do and you feel joyful and inspired most of the time. The will, or ego, has then become the extension of the Christ within. Often, however, when you try to help or guide others, you get out of touch with this flow. This is a part of you that wants to do too much. It seeks to achieve results by forcing or pushing things a little, even if your intuition tells you you have to let go or back off. Often it is your personal ego that craves visible results here. This has nothing to do with helping others. It has to do with a need for validation that you have, an insecurity which gets you out of touch with the natural flow of healing, which is often slower or more unpredictable than you wish it to be. Now, this is fire. You do too much when you feel like you are working very hard and your input is not really received or appreciated by others. Also, when you have separated yourself from the natural flow of things, you often get distracted by outside judgments. You tend to rely on other people's ideas and expectations, and you are afraid to fail in their eyes. The key to regaining your strength is to not do anything and to become really quiet within. Move. Bro, yo, this is crazy. Bro, I've been eating nothing but fruit. And now these things are tearing my ass up. Wow. This is crazy. Like, I barely hold the phone. My yo, these GMO mosquitoes, they're like injecting the damn coronavirus in me, bro. Like, what the hell is going on? Yo, this is crazy. Yo, I can't even really, my hand feels numb, bro. Move. I'm sorry, guys. All right. It is only when you connect to your heart again, that you can tune into the situation from a quiet and neutral space. Then your fear and insecurity disappear into the background and you can truly focus on what your client needs from you. Often you do not need to do so much for him or her. You are first and foremost asked to be with them and offer them the energy of the solution in a simple and direct way. You need to trust the power of your presence, even when you do or say nothing. Dare to be in that silent space when you are with someone. When you trust yourself, you will know in that moment what the appropriate thing to say or do is. Remember that often when it comes to offering guidance, less is more. Overcoming the pitfalls I described above always involves a type of letting go. It is about letting go of thinking too much, letting go of identifying too much emotionally, and letting go of excessive use of the will. If you let all that go, however, and surrender, to that most wise and compassionate part of yourself. You will find a deep joy and fulfillment in your work as a teacher and healer. As the light workers that you are, you will experience a deep sense of self-realization and freedom. And being a teacher and healer in whatever way you express it, you feel connected to the whole, to the oneness that underlies all that is. Feeling part of this fabric of spirit and playing your natural part in it make you feel like you are truly accomplishing your mission. Oh my gosh, bro. All right. It's gonna be a short live stream, guys. I'm so sorry. We're gonna finish this chapter up because these things are killing me. This is an exercise. Oh, meditation. This is an exercise that may help you get in touch with the issues mentioned in the channeling in a more direct emotional way. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Focus your attention on the muscles of your shoulders and neck and release any tightness or tension there. Do the same with the muscles of your abdomen, your arms and legs. Then travel with your these mosquitoes are going crazy on me. They are feasting. I'm walking back. This is crazy. I'm going home. Then travel with your consciousness to your feet and feel your connection to the earth. Feel how earth is carrying you and providing you with the security you need. Take a couple of easy breaths from your abdomen. Now let your imagination take you back to a moment in time when you felt very down and unhappy. Take whatever situation comes up first. Go with it. Think again of that time in the past and how you felt inside. Then go to the energy of the solution. Ask yourself, how did I get out of this? What helped me most of all? The energy that helped you the most may have come from yourself or from someone else. That doesn't matter. Just consider the kind of energy that lifted you from the lowest point. Now let go of the past and think of someone in the present who is dear to you and who you have some concerns about. It might be your partner or child, a colleague or friend. Let that person appear to you in your imagination and take in their presence. Then ask, how can I help you? What would the most valuable thing I can do for you? Listen with your heart. What is the other person showing you or saying to you? Feel the answer. Just allow it to come to you. Let go and focus your attention on your feet again, to your breathing, and return to the present. This actually sounds like this is like a practice in the Andes. I forgot what it's called. When they release the quote unquote hucha out of their system. I have to probably look into that. But yeah, this sounds very similar to that practice. The goal of this exercise is to become aware of what is truly helpful in a situation of emotional crisis or pain. This might be quite different from what you think is helpful. And that's the end of that chapter. So yeah, guys, again, not a long live stream. Might have been longer if these mosquitoes were not killing me right now, but I need to go home because I've already gotten about 10 bites and I'm not exaggerating. So I just want to go home. But if you guys want to, talk about anything while I'm going home, we could definitely do that. I know I haven't been posting videos, doing anything, but I've been, as the book said, I've been trying to focus a little bit on some self-healing and stuff like that, just chilling out, bro, just enjoying life and just doing my thing, I think I could be a better content creator if I'm doing that. Yeah, I wanted to get some music going because I know the music definitely sets the mood. I definitely miss the music, but I'll figure it out. I don't know. If you guys, I'll stay on for 5 minutes. If you guys have anything you want to talk about before I get up out of here, any questions, any concerns, anything you want to share, just let me know. Yeah, these GMO mosquitoes, bro, they ain't playing with them, man. They're not playing. Regular mosquitoes don't even bite me anymore. Like, it's those ones that are striped and stuff. Like, those ones go crazy, man. Like, I didn't know there was so many still out. Like, how? Oh, man, but it is what it is, man. They're gonna keep making, they're gonna keep doing what they're gonna do. They can't stop us. Whatever they do, whatever devices that they're doing, whether it's mosquitoes, whether it's, chemtrails or whatever, bro, like, none of that's gonna work in the long run. And they're only doing harm to themselves. You can't harm me. I'm a ghostly being. I'm intangible. And I just float through life. I just pass through life. You can't, you gotta flow like water, And it doesn't make sense for me to get offended at how people choose to use their free will. It's all about acceptance. It's all about surrendering. I gotta surrender to the fact that Bill Gates and his cronies decided to unleash all these mosquitoes in New York. And yeah, I just gotta accept it, It is what it is. It's not like it's gonna kill me. So it is what it is. That was a really nice deer. It's a really nice deer. Nice deer and her little one. If it's down this block, I might see it again before I get off the live. Could it be the spirits doing that? I mean, they have the ability to like genetically modify the watchers and turn them into the fallen. They do have the ability to do that. Like, you guys heard of acid rain? I mean, I doubt that literal rain coming from the Most High is causing, like, is that it contains acid. I'm pretty sure that that's their created rain and stuff like that, because they can indeed create rain. They can indeed do it. I've literally seen them do it. They mimic the watchers with their technology. They do it all the time. So mosquitoes wouldn't really surprise me. They know how to clone. They clone animals all the time. They clone plants. I mean, not plants. Well, yeah, they do clone plants, but they clone fruit. They genetically modify fruit. Make it taste like a fruit and all that, but it's not a fruit. So mosquitoes would not be far-fetched. So yeah, I do think that they are spirits, but I don't think they're good ones. I don't think they're part of the watchers, if that's what you're asking me. Hello, little one. Where's your mother? It's just eating. They truly are beautiful creatures, aren't they? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm bothering them. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go home. It was great. It was great chilling out with you guys. Sorry it's a short live, but we'll do it again. We'll do it again. And we'll see when I'm able to come back with content and stuff. I want to be at my absolute best when I do it. So, just chilling out for a while, but I'll be back. But thank you for spending the time with me. And until next time, maybe.